Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and this week we are going to be focusing on your grounded, more earthy energies. Now, more specifically, I want to see what kind of burden you are in the process of releasing and what is going to be materializing next for you. And then looking at the Druidcraft Tarot, we're going to see why the burden that you have gone through, why it was necessary, why did you have to go through it, what was the purpose of it, and what did it teach you. And then this new thing that is materializing for you, we're going to find out why it is materializing for you, or what is it going to bring you, how is it going to benefit you. So that's the gist of today's reading. We're going to start with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck as always. And just as a last note, please guys remember that this is a general reading, so not all of the messages are going to resonate for every single one of you. Just use your discernment and take what is for you, and everything else you can leave behind. But let's see what kind of burden you are in the process of releasing. Oh, that's too many. But I think it's interesting that you have wind, thunder, and water. Very powerful elements coming out. But I want one card, please. One card for Leo. Oh, the medicine wheel. And fire. Okay, it seems that elements are still very much at the forefront for you guys. Wow. Yeah, and now that I think about it, with the medicine wheel, you still have all the elements, right? Earth, air, fire, and water, and the four cardinal directions. So, wow. And with fire coming out as the underlying energy, it feels almost like it's consuming, like it's all encompassing. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of healing that you have been doing. But let's look at the materializing energy, or what is materializing next for you. Let's see what we have. Oh, we have the blade. Oh, and the arrow. Okay. So let me again kind of feel my way through these cards, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm sensing with them. Okay, so actually, for you guys, the message seems fairly straightforward. At least that's how I'm seeing it right now. So I feel like the healing that you have been doing, I feel like you have been trying to mend something. And for some reason, I feel very strongly that this is talking about some kind of relationship that is present in your life. But I feel that it has been a struggle, some kind of relationship that you have been fighting to keep alive. Oh, that's interesting. Because when I think about the underlying energy, we had fire, and like when fire dies out, it's gone, right? You just have the ash. There's nothing left. So you have to keep the fire alive. You have to keep the fire burning. So yeah, it could talk about some kind of like passionate relationship that either the passion was once really, really strong, and now it's kind of like dwindling. Is that a word? It feels like the flames are kind of going out, or it seems that the relationship is dying, or you're going through some kind of like it feels like you're doing everything that you can to mend the relationship, to keep it intact, to keep it going. But it feels like it's really tiring. It feels like very heavy work. And I don't know why, but with this arrow card, I feel like it's been like one-sided coming from you. And now that I actually look at it, I can even see the arrowheads in these directions. And I'm kind of drawn to this similarity over here. So yeah, I don't know why, but I get a strong sense that this relationship that you are struggling with, that you're struggling to keep alive, is something that you have very much been putting your focus on. You have very much been putting your energy into it, but I don't necessarily feel that the energy has been reciprocated, or that the other person with whom this relationship is has been investing in it as heavily as you have. And this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship at all. This can be a friendship. This can be a even a family member who you have troubles or a sort of a rocky relationship with, and it could be that you have been doing everything in your power to try and smooth the relationship over, to try and get yourself on better terms with that person. But again, I feel that it necessarily hasn't been reciprocated. I get a very strong, very heavy, like solitary effort from this. And I feel like it has been taking a lot out of you, that you have been doing everything in your power. And even I love that this is the medicine wheel with all these different directions. So every single time this card comes out, I feel this wholeness with this, where again, it feels like you have been doing everything that you can possibly think of, using every tool in your disposal or at your disposal to make this relationship work, to make it better, to make it more healthy, to make it more functional. But I feel like it hasn't really been very successful. And with the blade, the strongest message that I'm getting here is that you're just going to cut this relationship or this person out of your life, or you're kind of like, maybe not in such a dramatic sense, but it just feels like you're going to kind of call it quits, or you're just going to kind of you're going to give up on like trying to make this thing work so desperately, when it seems that it's not really working the way that you want it to. Or again, it feels like you're the only one who's putting in the effort, but if the effort is not coming back from the other person, you can't have a relationship by yourself. You can't have a relationship alone. So it has to be reciprocal, it has to be balanced, it has to be equal. And if that's not the case, then yeah, I more strongly feel that this person or this relationship is something that you are kind of going to let go and just kind of make peace with the situation as it is and move forward from it. But it could mean for some of you, if letting that person go or giving up on the relationship is not something that you want, then it could be that that you'll just like change tactics and maybe be more straightforward, maybe be more like cutting straight to the point, and kind of like that sword suit energy in tarot, which is the air element, very again, very intellectual, very truthful, but also very clear cutting. It brings clarity, but it can also be, as I said, cutting, because it doesn't really sugarcoat things. So yeah, take it as it resonates. For some of you, it could be that you are deciding to let go of that person, and if that's you, then most likely you have been considering that option anyway. And if you are in the second group, where you don't really feel like you want to give up on this relationship, or you really you desperately want to have that person and that relationship in your life, I just feel like you're going to change tactics and maybe move more towards a somewhat more sharp, or okay, sharp is not the best word, a somewhat more effective or determined or straightforward method, where you're just like talking very openly about how it is that you're feeling, and maybe even like, I don't know why, but I'm getting an ultimatum as well. Maybe even like creating some kind of ultimatum to get to the bottom of things and to make sense of things. But in any case, I do feel that there's some kind of resolution, like some kind of action is going to be taken to solve this. So again, whether you're actually going to cut this person and this relationship out completely and move on from the situation and move on with your life without that person, or you're going to take a more firm-handed approach and actually try and get to the bottom of things to finally clear the situation out. But we have number 35 first. So let's see what the book says. Even though I feel like the book is more like generic when it comes to these card messages. So sometimes when I get these very specific messages, very specific scenarios, it's not going to align with what the book says, but it's going to be interesting to see anyway. So the medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. To manifest clear blue skies in your life, it is important that you take a look at certain aspects of your being, enter the medicine wheel from the south, and reflect on how you are still clinging to events from the past. Continue to the west and notice which relationships are toxic and drain your energy. Step into the north and ask yourself, do I know my passion, and show it? End at the east direction, visualizing how you want to live the next chapter of your life. It is up to you how much time you spend in each direction, minutes, days, or months. But when you are done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. So yeah, I love that they have added this like full experience of like going through each direction, because as I said, it feels very much like all encompassing, like you have been doing and contemplating and trying to come up with any and every possible solution that you possibly can so that you could remedy or rectify the situation and create harmony and balance. But yeah, because again, this is the burden that you are in the process of releasing. You're letting go of this stressful period. So it does feel like it has been kind of I don't want to say in vain. In vain sounds so bad, but it hasn't been very fruitful. Let's just say it that way. But we also have the blade. The blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. So this is what you're moving, or this is what is manifesting for you next, right? Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power, so take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others, unsheath the blade, and use it wisely. So yeah, even though this is very strongly, again, talking about the actual like cutting out or cutting off the energy that doesn't actually serve you, and like taking decisive action, I do, for some of you, again, I feel like some of you are just not ready to let go and to completely call it quits. So for some of you, I feel like it's using the blade in a slightly different way. But yeah, let's look at the tarot. Let's see if we can get anything else. Starting with the medicine wheel. So let's see why you have had to go through this burden. What was the purpose of this burden? What did it teach you? Oh my goodness, Ace of Swords again. That's literally the blade. That is literally the blade. And again, the Ace of Swords is clarity. It's clarity. Oh my God, and the Ten of Pentacles. Oh yeah, I feel that it's again clarity about the truth of the situation and where you actually put your energy and where you invest yourself in to make you see whether that's actually worthwhile, whether these investments are actually worthwhile. So let's get one more, please. Oh my goodness. We have the Six of Pentacles as well. So, oh yeah, wow. And the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands for me is very often like a community card and coming together, people coming together, joining in celebration, having a really great time. But it is very much a communal energy where you come together either with your family or with your friends or with your, I don't know, with your neighborhood, whoever your people are. It's a coming together kind of energy. So, but it's also very foundational. So it can talk about family and home as well. So with it coming out with these cards, I do feel like, especially with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like the reason why you have been going through this struggle, or why you've even experienced this like unbalanced and very stressful relationship, one-sided relationship, is to make you see what that looks like, so that you would know when something, as I said, isn't worth your investment, when something isn't actually fair, when something isn't actually balanced, and kind of make you realize your own value and how much you give in a connection, so that you wouldn't end up in a situation where you constantly give, but you don't really get anything back, so you end up just completely quote unquote used up, right? And I also feel that it has taught you this sense of self-respect and these standards that you set for yourself, where you really think long and hard about how much you actually give of yourself and how much you actually invest yourself in any situation, or any relationship, I should say, because I feel a very strong relationship sense with this. Yeah, I feel like it has taught you that more than anything else, because we all know that Leos have a huge heart, a very generous and giving heart, especially when it comes to people they love and care about. Like, Leos are infamous for that. Everyone knows that. So it's easier for you to get yourself in situations where other people might take advantage of that, because people are drawn to you in any case, right? I mean, your ruling planet is the sun. You are the soul in so many like groups or group gatherings, and people just are naturally drawn to you, because that's what the sun does, right? It has this like magnetic energy about it. So again, it's not surprising that people are drawn to you, but it is very much important for you to be mindful and to be careful about who you let close to you and who you invest yourself in. So again, I feel that this situation, this relationship, has been put on your path to realize your own value and how much you have to give others, and to make you see what the proper amount to actually invest in others would be. Because with the Six of Pentacles, again, it's all about balance. It's all about justice. It's all about fairness and not giving overly much, right? Very much like looking at the balance of the situations, or the reciprocity of the situation. How much are you putting in versus how much are you getting back? And I'm not saying that you should like go into every relationship with an expectation of like reaping huge benefits from it, or how much are you going to benefit me. Definitely not that, but I just more so want you to focus on the aspect of yourself in this relationship. How much are you giving to the other person, and is it balanced? Is it equal? Is it reciprocal? Is it actually worth all this energy and investment that you are putting into it? Which again, in this situation, I feel like it isn't. I feel like it is very much one-sided, and I feel like that's why this was put on your path, so that you could see it, so that you could see the truth, the clarity of the situation, and of maybe your own patterns as well when it comes to relationships. Because again, this is a very foundational energy, meaning that you might have very deep roots, and these patterns may go really, really far and very, very deep within you. So it feels like a very, very huge lesson for you, but it's not like a bad lesson. Okay, that sounded so kind of, I don't even know, so basic, but I don't know how else to say it. It's not a bad lesson. It's just more than anything, I just feel like it's bringing you more illumination and more discernment in situations, because again, I feel like with your big heart, you might get sucked into following that and following your generosity and following your heart more so than looking at the rational side of things. So I feel like that rationality has really been highlighted for you, or really been brought to the surface. Let's just say it like that. Okay, I'm sorry that I got so sucked into it, and I hope that the word jumble that I just said made sense to you. But let's move on with the blade. So let's see what this energy is going to bring you, how this is going to benefit you. Oh, oh my goodness. Wow, we have the Three of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Lord is the underlying energy. Wow. So I really love that, because with the Three of Cups coming out with the Queen of Pentacles, I get the sense that it's going to make you see, again, I feel like it's going to bring you this clarity and this knowing of who the people are that you really should invest yourself in emotionally, who are worth your investment with this Three of Cups. Because the Three of Cups is your soul family. They are the people that you resonate with. They are the people that that know you, that see the true you, and that love you for who you are, and who have that same frequency about them that you do. It's a very similar kind of energy. So it's beautiful. It really, really is. And I feel like with you kind of taking charge of the situation, and again, however you decide to go about it, whether you're going to call it quits completely with that person and move on, or you're going to kind of come to some kind of conclusion or some kind of resolution with that person, either way, I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of peace of mind for some reason, I want to say, with this Queen of Pentacles. Even though I know that the Queen of Pentacles is very earthy and again very much like grounded and very much like nature oriented, it feels like a peace of mind with this, where you don't really have to worry about that energy anymore. You don't have to be so stressed out about it. And if you do decide to let that person go, then you will have all this beautiful space opening up in your energy and in your life in general, where those new people could come in who are more aligned with who you are, who are more on your wavelength. But this could also be, this Queen of Pentacles could also symbolize the person that you are in a relationship with. Regardless of the gender, we are not focusing on this queen, we are just focusing more on the energy, and this is more feminine energy, more nurturing energy. So even if you're dealing with a male, this could still apply to them. So if this Queen of Pentacles is the person that you are in a relationship with, this Three of Cups could also indicate some kind of reconciliation or making amends and healing the connection between you, if that's what you want, if this is something that you truly want. But more strongly, as I said, I feel you kind of going in a different way and opening yourself up to people who truly see you for who you are and who value you for you, your true soul family. And yeah, with the Lord, it's just kind of a double confirmation of you really stepping up, taking charge and taking matters into your own hands, finally setting some kind of getting to some kind of resolution in the matter. So yeah, that's actually that is really amazing. And however you hope that the situation ends, I hope that it ends in the way that you want it to end, if that made sense. But I'm going to close this reading out with an oracle card. This is the Earth Magic Oracle deck. Let's see if we can get any last pieces of advice for you regarding this spread. Oh, whoa, Whoa, huge cards coming out. Are you kidding? We have Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom, and DNA Karma. And because those popped out over here, I am going to keep it over here. I love that you have healing coming out kind of twice with Medicine Wheel and Ancient Healing Wisdom. And the wisdom part is specifically with the Ace of Swords, as I said, with the clarity and the knowing and the realization. All of that, it's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Rainbow, blessings. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I feel that again. I feel like you are going towards more carefree, more easy times, because again, rainbows, right? Rainbows appear after the rain, after the storm, after some kind of hardship. This is the ray of hope, right? So this is a very, very auspicious sign that, again, I said, I feel like things are going to be easing up for you, and the oracle is kind of confirming that for me. But again, you get two like very, very almost these ancestral, very very deeply rooted energies with both of these cards. So I actually kind of get the sense that I was feeling with the Four of Wands with this DNA card, where the roots or the pattern goes very, very deep for you, and it's kind of tied up to this lesson that you've gone through. But again, it feels like you are receiving a lot of healing and a lot of wisdom, especially a lot of wisdom with the situation. So it's so powerful. I don't even know what to say. Wow. I'm gonna leave you guys there. I don't want to get all like blabbery, because I can sense myself doing that already. That's it, my sweet Leos. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I truly hope that this was useful to you in some way, and that you got some kind of confirmation or at least some kind of support or reassurance from these messages, if this is your story. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me. It would let me know that I've actually been helpful to you, which is super important for me. And also, if you haven't already, but if you did enjoy my energy and my style of doing tarot readings, please don't forget to subscribe so that you wouldn't miss out on all the future readings that we will be doing together. And yeah, I'm wishing you all the best. I'm sending you guys so much love and light, my beautiful Leos. And I hope to see you very soon in my next reading. Bye-bye.